always ancient stacks, there's always jungle. He's not the hero that loves to play from behind, but has a tool to come back into the game.
Yeah.
One thing I'm not really a big fan of is mid lane. I've seen this hero do so well in the laning stage, then get top of her, and she's just straight up dead. It's very hard to itemize Lina in this type of matchup where you're playing against the Bloodseeker. Have two heroes that just, you know, get off of you. Mars and Earth Spirit. So kind of tough matchup. For the mid lane, Lina should have a slight edge. Against the Leshrac, she just outranges pretty much anyone.
I think we've seen Lina at least one other time over mid, and it was exactly that. Had a decent laning phase, then got killed a couple of times, and the game kind of shut down.
It's always a story. Same story whenever I see Lina pretty much.
So it'll be interesting to see how Vici react. If there's rotations that come out, or you one of the better mid. Best mid in the pressure coming. MagMa. We see some positives from MagMa. I think a lot of their lacking comes to the game. Shylock, sometimes it feels like he doesn't exactly know how to add to a team. We saw him on a Lycan, and it felt like he didn't know exactly where to be.
And Terminate as well, like farming is really good. It's just those decisions whether I join or not. Like right now, this is the decision that a lot of carries throughout the Dota history struggle with.
It was very indecisive that we saw him. I think he's done really well in terms of his farming. The question is, can he be a more decisive? He work with the team because they've had leads and they can work with it if you know, he finds himself a bit more confident. Harassment comes in, blood running down. That'll silence up the Bristleback. Got 2 mangoes. At the moment.
I think he has a bottle coming to him. Yeah, that's a full bottle already. 12 minutes in. Not enough pressure on this Bristleback. You might, you know, try to get him killed once or twice. Just stuck inside of blood right there. It is. It sure is available. PYW will not even bother using it.
Serves the mana. We've seen this a lot in the Chinese region. The double bottles, and one for mid, one for your offlaner. Don't know if we've seen it so much off the top of my head in SCA or other regions, but it definitely seems like the norm here.
Yeah, it really is not popular, at least in Europe, CIS. It's mostly just, you know, your mid laner gets it. Sometimes if you have like multiple, you don't even have a model. But you want to get use of those bounty runes. You want to control those, move around the map a bit more. You don't necessarily need to move yourself, but you can give your rifle to your position 4, who is making the rotation, possibly refilling the bottle, and you kind of have a guaranteed refill if your position 4 moves, let's say, from the bottom lane to the rune 6 minutes in, your mid laner moves top, and yeah, you're really contesting it. Also, one thing that we've seen once so far in the Chinese region is Brewmaster. I think it was Red Panda pulling the Panda on that position 5. It's a bit greedy, but when you're paired up with the Troll, your laning stage is really good. And we can already see the difference why they decided to do it against the Mars. Like, Mars is the hero that wants to keep the pressure. He feels really good when he's staying ahead. When he's playing from behind, not that much. And the Troll is causing a lot of issues right now.
Fissure. PYW, that will keep the Invisor top, but mianmian over to pick it up and make sure it stays out of hands. They brought 3 heroes over mid for MagMa to get that rune, and going back to the Mars, it's usually a hero that we see secure farm pretty easily. Struggling here against this Troll Brew combo.
I think he was paired up with, again, Troll plus still would struggle a lot. You know, Troll, for me, probably is the strongest agility laner right now.
6 behind him, 20 right now. Old 11 in trouble. First blood for Shylock. Old 11 just a bit too far out of position. Not a lot of help. And you've got the stun, you've got the blood. We've seen that combo thrown at him already a handful of times. Bounty runes, mianmian ready to swipe one.
What a bounty!
So it will be 3 for the side of MagMa. That means bottles are going without a fill, but at the same time, since Old 11 died,
Radiant's
he comes
top
back
tower
bottom,
is
fills
under
the
attack.
bottle. It's good to go. Pressure. He's also got
Everyone just get a bottle, you know. Free mana, free HP region. Lina just hit level 6. Still no points in Laguna Blade. I can understand that. Doesn't have too much mana to work with. Like
roll in for Old 11. They've got the sounds of the blood right there. Trying to chase down his Bristleback. Body blocks from mianmian are perfect.
Oh, one more kill spray.
Still don't have the
We'll
damage
end
to get
him.
the kill on Old 11. He'll pop that salve, turn around, UI coming through, shylock low. He pulls the run, but the fissure hits onto mianmian, and Old 11 at least gets one with that kill spray. Turn this on MagMa. They play aggressive with
Radiant's
2-0
middle
at the
tower
bottom.
is under attack.
Unable to kill onto this Bristleback. Alex in here a little bit low. He might want to be
Shylock
careful.
needs to be careful, needs to bring some extra kind of region to this lane, because
Dire's
Bristleback will
structures are
put some
fortified.
pressure. No points in truth, but yeah. The lane a lot of heroes is something that we see quite
All boulder smash
Nicely
with
done.
the stun. Easy kill for MagMa onto Ori. He had that double damage, unable to utilize it though. Vici were over there. They had BY and PYW just unable to save him. They didn't see those TGs coming.
YW needs to be the one, you know, going for those saving plays, because position 5 panda doesn't offer you with that much at the moment. What do you gotta do? Use Cinder Brew? Wow. You know, can't really do that much. Needs level like this hero. This is why I consider him greedy, because you are playing for that level 6, 10 minutes in, and if your position 4 is also not getting levels, someone will need to say, bro, you take the tone.
Level 6, take knowledge. But if both struggling now. PYW, he's only level 3. You've got Brewmaster stacking over the triangle, and now he's back over on the Radiant side. He's trying to figure out what he can do to best help his team. Rupture on Old 11. Kazz is here, Dust is bottom, Old 11 on the run, slowed up, hit with that solid right, gets into the trees, but runs his life out. Now TY rotate, it's gonna be a second. Shylock gets one, Dust the other.
I don't know if Bristleback realized that he was ruptured, but
Dire's
my
bottom
man,
tower
he
is
was,
under attack.
you know, trying to break the record on 100 meters.
Got to the end of the dash and got. He just kept. Unibly used on Kazz, kill there on the 5 position Ogre. It's one back for Ori, who is going into the boots trap.
Greedy. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, you're playing into Bloodseeker, so there will be easy set to silence. Mars Arena. You have Earth Spirit also can easily close the gap. Might backfire. It really might. MagMa, so far, from what I've seen, is they can play the laning stage, like those early rotations until up to 15-minute mark are really good. I may it down until a 12-minute mark, because this is where the problem starts for them. Like, what do we do? And we can see Vici Gaming probably in this game also making a better decisions, because they are the more experienced team.
It's similar to what we said about LBZS. Their laning stage is good, and then come the mid game, the decision
Radiant are
making
scanning.
makes it a lot harder.
Individually, all these players who are playing are extremely good. But when it comes to the team decisions, like what do we need to do right now, is what separates the best
Radiant's
from the rest.
bottom tower is under attack.
So that's really what's been
Dire's
putting
top tower
these top
is under
teams
attack.
over the mark. LBZS and MagMa, they're still learning. This is a big land for them, and some of them it's their first opportunity to go up on land against these
Radiant
top teams.
structures are
I
fortified.
don't want to say that they're definitely not making it to the
Dire's
first,
top tower
you know,
has
they were only in
fallen.
week 2, the beginning of it, but it's certainly a learning experience.
Radiant's
Like those first 2
bottom
losses for
tower is under
LBCS,
attack.
maybe they learned for them, and they turned around, and maybe they're watching, they're learning, taking this experience and turning it into a positive.
Sure,
So,
this is how you get better, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to
Dire's
lose,
structures
learn from your
are
mistakes,
fortified.
so you don't make them again. And right now, tower
Radiant's bottom
let's see the
tower is under
rotations
attack.
post 10-minute mark. This is what I'm most
Dire's
interested
top
in.
tower is
After
under
the laning
attack.
stage is done, pretty even game in terms of net worth. So Panda buys himself a Dell. Earthshaker managed to get level 6 solo XP on the bot lane for a bit.
Spear comes in, looks to the Brewmaster, they've got the roll followed up. Surge on the damage to get the kill. Lemon shows up, but everybody's here for MagMa. This is an interesting decision from Old 11. He's surviving for now. This time he's not running while he's ruptured. The damage is done, but it's not enough to get him killed. Take that Old 11, they look over at Ori, they'll make it a third Vici. Losing numbers, and we talked about how this could be really bad for Lina. You die a couple times and the game kind of just shuts up.
Brewmaster in 6 after buying that dome. Perfect XP timing another way.
PYW setting up. Looks like he's looking for the echo, but he gets silenced. So he's unable to get the echo off. He was in between a couple of heroes. They look over at Dust. They've used the primal split. They will find a second. Both Kazz and Dust will drop. So a little bit of retort there from Vici.
What have we here?
Almost enough to pop off, because that silence, I think, stops that from going to a
Do you ever dream about playing Dota because I just remembered, you know, why do I feel so tired? I was actually dreaming now that I saw Brewmaster split that I was playing Brewmaster. Like, I got the credit for being such a good at my
Williams on top of this spirit as well as the Ogre. They had the 2 magnetic grip as well as the spear. They almost killed Tzy
once again. All the 11 can't catch a break.
He's been ruptured every single time, and Shylock will get the kill. But this is a lot more impressive from Shylock. You can see a lot more confidence from him this time.
Oh, for sure. Like this is the hero that he is comfortable playing when it's not a farm hero like Terrorblade that you rely so much on your meta cool. With this hero, you're speedy enough to be like, yeah, I'll be joining those fights. You know, and you want to use the Rupture, you want to help the team with the Blood right. It's pretty standard build on the Bloodseeker, Maelstrom into BKB, most likely a Gleipnir after that. But still feel Bloodseeker compared to the other carriers just doesn't provide you with that much. And this particular matchup, he's paired up with Leshrac, so you get the tower damage from the Lesh, which is really, really nice. Otherwise, if there was like no Leshrac, no DK, let's say it's an Ember Spirit plus Bloodseeker combo, then you're screwed because you can't finish the game. Like, you may be able to fight, you may be able to get the kills, but you can't end the game with Leshrac. It's a different kind of...
The more levels he gets, he's about heating towers. Things get easier for MagMa. He's not relying on Shylock to be doing more damage.
PYW, we've seen some Earthshakers getting a lot of, you know, farm, like getting 13 to 15 minute blink daggers, because all that passive gold is there. He did not die a single time. Couple of bounty runes picked up, doesn't have neither soul ring nor mana boost, just going straight into blink dagger, which most of the time I think it's the correct play. So you can go back to mana items after you pick up the blink dagger. Already used one really big echo slam, and he will have another one with the blink dagger.
Middle tower is under
So I wonder
attack.
if he stays off the map, he'll go to smoke, because he's already holding one. So I'm on cooldown for another 20
The Earth
seconds.
thanks you.
That's the kind of thing I dream about if I'm dreaming Dota. The big echo slam. I dream about actually being able to carry him. And then I wake up in the reality and I'm like, can't do anything.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Spirits on 11 to allow TZY back up. It's a 1-kill lead for Vici so far. Blood's leading the charge in the next group. 11 get frustrated every fight. He's the one who gets darker. On the TZY.
Radiant structures are
The
fortified.
kill onto the
Radiant's
Mars.
middle tower
Now the
is under
rotations
attack.
are coming through, and they lift up this tier 1 tower. Not sure if you're going to be able to get this. The Warlord did magnetize on a 3. They'll use the primal, but they look over at Dust. Cyclones this Earthshaker into the air. It was the Leshrac that healed himself up, but it doesn't keep him up like Dust. Dust did it to Erica. And they're continuing to look towards this
Radiant's
Ogre.
middle
Stun
tower
from
is
DY,
under
eventually
attack.
he'll be back to 4. Right clicks on the tier 1
Radiant's
tower, and
middle
even if they
tower
lift,
has
even though they
fallen.
rotate, you don't save it. A good fuck from
Each gaming probably, you know, said a couple of things. Brewmaster like, why did you use that thing on Leshrac in a team fight? And, no, it was actually his soul scepter.
Yeah.
I think you can just stun Leshrac and kill him. Like that's your target because this is where the most part. Or it becomes too big, you use Cyclone from the Brewmaster to throw him into the air and deal with the rest. So 4K gold lead. This is 4K gold lead right now because we talked about MagMa being good at the laning stage. It was a pretty even game, and now decision making is like, what do we do right now? Like that's the problem. Like itemization on this time doesn't finish the Shroud, understands where the threat is coming from. I'll get at Lotus or
Dire's
it's gonna
middle
help
tower
quite a
is
lot
under attack.
against those
Dire's
silences.
structures are
I mean,
fortified.
you can just use it on yourself before the fight starts. It lasts for 6 seconds.
Radiant's
You're
bottom
like,
tower is under
"Not gonna
attack.
help me right now."
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Maybe
Radiant
they'll
are
stop
scanning.
getting ruptured every fight we've seen thus far. It's looked
Radiant's
good from
bottom
MagMa.
tower
Like, I
is
don't want to
under
take away
attack.
from that, but I'm a little bit more surprised at the fact that we're tracking Mars.
I can understand why Mars. His lane wasn't the greatest. They played two melee heroes in the Troll and Bang. Vici Gaming's lane trades really well. But Leshrac, yeah. Right now, I think Boots of Travel, I don't think you get too much value out of this. You might try to, keep up with the enemy cores, but feels like it's not gonna be enough. He decides to go for it. I'd still prefer he gets like an item to actually fight with.
He was hiding in the trees with that ward high ground the entire time. After it came off cool, and you can see he was just like hoping that they would align for perfect death for him to do something. Dy was also in the trees. We were looking to make a move. You could have Lina join in. Quite a distance away, so he's still
Dire's structures
searching.
are
He's going
fortified.
to toss there, running as well. The echo already TPing in. You're not even needed the Fisher inside of Kazz as well. They can kill the one and now they're running in. Plus one, double kill there for Uri. So his boots to travel, paying off. He's able to TP. The fight dust is dead, and so
Radiant's bottom tower is under
is
attack.
tower bottom.
Vici Gaming at full control of this game right now, every single time. But why has involved in 10 out of 10 kills, which is pretty impressive for a Brewmaster 5. I believe we are gonna see more of this hero.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Because it gives you team fight. It's still cooldown dependent, but yeah, feels good. I personally thought it's greedy, but it seems like it's working out once again in the meta. It was super popular a half years ago, and now we're back. There was a lot of buffs.
Yeah, I think it's just about the timing to get 6, have that primal split about, then you can really be active with your team. And we did see him struggle, and we talked about, maybe people had to do well in 6, someone would go his way. But it also relies on your 4 being able to find the experience to get to 6, so he doesn't have to sweat that home away, and you can be active with that primal split on. And that's what they've done on Vici. They were able to get to that, and now they lose by 6K. PYW is still doing this. He doesn't have it this time, but he's just been in these trees constantly and searching for another kill.
Also, this Think Lord in place, it's giving them a lot of info what's happening in the lane. He might go for it. He is coming. Coming onto the lane. Oh, he did not get enough time to kill that creep. So Boots of Travel.
It's the humiliation.
Giving them another timing that the Vici game is looking into is finishing the BKB on Lina. Already has one. Was actually forced to pop it on mid lane and just TP out. Got ruptured.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
On a blinker right now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He used it. Feature that's gonna keep us at this. Every time the lane is done and run to Ori such a distance.
Very pretty for Mori.
Lotus sword on all the left. He's trying to run from Shylock, putting those quill sprays into the Bloodseeker. Along their wound pieces. Whether or not they can get this on the left. And the spear is taking off the blood down all the left now starts in the face of MagMa. Eventually does get killed. primal split, the scytHoon Mars the or few of them on the run. They just have the numbers to go after this one, but the BKB still down on Troll. He doesn't get involved.
Good fight from MagMa, or we can call it a mistake from Vici Gaming, where Lina is 100 gold away from BKB. 5 heroes missing from map. She decides there's 150 tower. Troll use the BKB because she will force TP out. So it should try to get, just play it safe. It is what it is. So 3 gold difference just from that fall. They picked up 4 bounties. Yeah. There's so much gold difference, and now Mars also recovering slowly. Look, again, that Blink Dagger working towards the BKB. BKB is gonna help quite a lot.
I've been much more impressed with this game for shylock than others. BKB popping now Gail is saying it's gonna land us with a good blade. Is in Thunder meeting here by Kazz. Doesn't manage. You're right. His Eric even further away as he can cover up, but there. Your shot. Trouble might get the kill on Overby with the beat to get caught. Takes away, right? It's over here. Get one down. Almost 4 HP. Heroes dead. On the side of Vici with the rolling from mianmian. They're looking for more. Battle transit popped by Erica, but he just rolls away. mianmian out of face of this Troll. Good fight from MagMa. They do lose Tzy as well as Kazz. But that was a
great execution.
Dire's bottom
Troll
tower
gets
is under
ruptured,
attack.
speared back, loses half of his HP. And Bloodseeker holding on to that BKB for a very, very long time. For a moment, I thought he forgot about it. And yeah, gets 2 kills with the thirst, almost full himself, keep himself to full HP. Now they're chasing bottom. They know Troll has no BKB. Door ult. Margarina is an easy pick on him.
Good kill onto Erica, Blink, Margarina Spear, Tzy setting it up. He's going for a BKB of his own. He's also going on the region. Immediately hearing that BKB is still down, they move across the
Dire's
map.
bottom tower is under
And
attack.
this is
Dire's structures are
probably the
fortified.
best we've seen MagMa play up to this point. Their decision making looks so much better. And
I think it
looks like they're
comes down to
executing
that,
really well.
where shylock is playing a more aggressive type of
Dire's bottom
who
tower
wants to
has
join
fallen.
fights instead of just the creeps.
Go back up in 18. Shard Echo. Taking out the Laguna Blade avoiding. Stays alive. He's trying to get out. He's stunned by Tzy. They finally finish off this Leshrac of poyoyo on the lines getting pushed by It's chokes out the Bloodseeker. Now they'll look for the rest.
Man, new shot on Earthshaker feels so damn good. I hope we're gonna see that one again where Fisher is using Leshrac and then he just uses Totem. While he's sitting on top of the Fisher, Leshrac did not expect that and then blinks in with the full X Slam on 2 heroes plus creep wave.
Oh, look at this one again.
Yeah, the positioning for Earthshaker has been amazing. Look at them sitting on the high ground.
Yeah. The Blink with the Echo, and they almost killed off Dust, just barely survived. Slam back down, and eventually fall to shot in way too deep.
Never go out.
YW has that last second fissure to get the kill, take a 7-time spree, and then Tzy just getting chased by Old 11, who is not too scared anymore.
While we were watching that fruit play, Vici Gaming decided to give inside the rush pit, take it, they give aging to Lina. Very interesting.
Try to get the Lina a little he's going for Silver Edge. That break provides for the team, and then shylock he wants shot. So he's done. BKB going for the shard, the upgraded Blood Rage. I think it's working.
Sure, I'm just thinking about Lina Silver Edge. You are playing the Bloodseeker, so you can't hide underneath the Shadow Blade if you're low enough. Break mechanic, you can break Thirst, you can break Bulwark.
Radiant's bottom
That's it.
tower is under
I don't
attack.
think you get too much value out
Dire's
of that
top
one.
tower is under
Also,
attack.
you want to assassinate, probably Leshrac, maybe Bloodseeker before he can get anything off. The fact that a shard from Bloodseeker, yeah, it is 2% on the max health, it's a pure damage.
Radiant's bottom tower has
He heals,
fallen.
but it doesn't work on other
Dire's
heroes, so
top
it
tower
works
is under
on the
attack.
himself. Very selfish.
And LSA out from the Shadow Blade. There's the Laguna with the Fissure follow-up from POW. That first pick off with the Shadow Blade paying up already. It was a good kill to get mianmian in an interesting position that far in to the dire jungle without any help. Ends up paying for it.
Radiant's middle tower
Still,
is under
even
attack.
though they're 8k behind, it feels like MagMa certainly spent.
40k gold leads where it doesn't matter when
Radiant
there's
structures
5
are
divine
fortified.
appears in the game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
God was holding Divine Rapier. Wait gets built. Get out of control.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Using the spear, Lotus Sword, but they silence up so that I've got the picture as well. Code of keeping Tzy stunned. Pop that cycling through the air is mianmian. Now it's back out. Alright, comes through. Erica's silence throws the Bristleback, killing the mianmian. Got one. He doesn't have 5 actually going up onto the high ground. The sun's on hold 11, but he's so tanky at this point. He really doesn't quite care about what's thrown at him. Lotus on himself. Finally, the Caesar comes in is well at God's view. Sure. From QIW, they ruptured on hold 11.
And the damage from the shard actually lets apart Bloodseeker and allows, or support Bristleback, and it allows Bloodseeker to be able to, you know, while hit him so he doesn't feel the damage from the close sprays. So, you know, could be a decent pickup. He still doesn't have it, but yeah, just needs to go.
Get up. Bristle maybe getting a little bit too overconfident, standing right under the tier 3 tower and in between the set of racks. Do an check trying to defend. They're still down 10k, but it's certainly possible if you could kill Old 11, get back on, stake out Ori especially.
What's going on with Ori, man? That's his 5th item on Lina.
After picking up that Silver Edge. I don't know if Ori has a bet that he says he can build anything and still.
I don't think I've ever seen that, that's for sure, but he goes for it. I mean, Dota is a beautiful game, and we always find a way to throw. So let's see if that can happen. Okay, switches to sales. That makes a lot more sense.
You can hear us just talking about the and now the Lotus Orb again, but they've got the stun. The roll comes in. The finish for the tournament is going to keep Kazz up. Get in on the Old 11. The map full empty. Old 11 steps out of him. They get countable support. Eye back on the Ogre. Tzy walk on the ground way. And a 2 for Vici, 20 to 14. Okay, lead on the Radiant side once again. And the Aegis have been reclaimed.
My back expanded. There's no tier 3 tower. Heaven, you know, he feels like he's unkillable, but that has been proven wrong so many times throughout this. Seems like this should be better.
Tzy tries again. Pops the BKB, doesn't let the speed on Ogle and T. So now that BKB is down, it's a lot risky for him to jump in. Take a spear off this Bristle. Ignite, bounce back. The Lotus Sword, Bloodlust put on the Bloodseeker, but Melee Axe free. And nothing from MagMa to really try and defend this mid lane. Just they've smoked up, but that ward was there, spotted them. That's okay.
They're killing the shrines, just kidding, that doesn't make sense anymore. checking if chat's paying attention to what's happening in the
Radiant's
game.
bottom tower is
High
under
ground
attack.
shrines are the best part of the thing. Popping them by accident.
Oh yeah. We had 5, I believe, at one point in the base. After that guy's probably fired now. Like, how did you come up with this? Like, you ruined so many games.
Haste.
Was there ever a game where you ran around swinging on 5 like you were in the temple? Pop, 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 pop.
Radiant's
Keep
top tower
that
is under
purpose.
attack.
Just to ruin the game.
It's griefing.
I always find a different way, more unique ones.
Always been accidentally activated them.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Big heart being built by Bristleback. Going to the top lane once again. 11. He's died times. He's felt a lot stronger towards the second part of this game, which is to be expected.
He's doing his job. Going, taking in damage. Fight, possibly force them in cores to use the BKBs while they're a bit more. That's exactly what he did. Meanwhile, deal some damage, gets Cloak of Flames. That item is really, really good. I just love that
Ready
item.
to burn.
Free item, what's it called? The one damage resistance with the enemies.
No. Can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, I just feel like Cloak of Flames is much more better item than that one, for sure. Especially on heroes who stay long. I mean, fight without dying, but Bristleback is alright.
Now, they've got a rupture now, and now it focuses their attention on McCat as the arena is down. So round 2, I think he's been splits up. Shylock moving forward. He's got the BKB, he gets the come up. Kazz and they're already on. Mianmian TV, you know what? On his Bloodseeker, so he's used up in the air, and the damage coming in from Ori. Wow, just blowing up Shylock once he doesn't have that BKB, and the heroes don't have to buy that.
Because all of that happened because Lina does not have armor. Instead, she has crystals. And that's a ton of damage. A lot of rock click. Look at her talents. 30 damage. 20 is pretty insane when you combine it with all her
Radiant's
damage coming
bottom
from the
tower
town.
is under attack.
And I believe this
Radiant
might be
structures are
big up.
fortified.
I don't think MagMa has any more power to back some fights. Roshan respawns, and that's cheese and ages. So if Video Gaming wants to play safe,
Radiant's bottom tower
just
has
back
fallen.
and take that one after securing easy step back to them.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's
And the
bottom
question is, do they
barracks
need to
has
go back?
fallen.
He's still got 20 seconds without the Bloodseeker. By the way, the
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Ceremonial robe,
Spawn.
exactly.
I cheated. Took a look at the list.
It's fine, you know, called research.
I did some research. Ceremonial robe, cloak of flames. A lot of cloaks. I feel like ceremonial robe and cloaks are like the same thing. Throw them over your shoulders.
Sure. Yeah.
Easy ones up towards top. Again, you said they could focus that and get just exactly what they want. Easy one. So you've got
Leshrac has fallen to the dump.
that number.
Immortality.
We'll see if they can defend down 25,000. It's certainly a tough one.
That's all they have. One fight. Lose the fight. The game is over.
Black has the shard.
Careful.
Planted and Blink Echo taking out Tzy丶Mars. Down goes mianmian, looking over Shylock. It's triple kill for Erica. A run in and beat Shylock.
I don't know if
Radiant's
you
top
noticed,
tower
but
is under
GG
attack.
is called B-Cup.
Vici failed.
Saw it already.
He wants the voltage. GG.
Showing that, you know, like